Let me make sure it's muted. Pop out the stream. Okie doke. We're so Mili ready. I love that. Um, Actually, am I allowed to play copyright music on TikTok? I don't actually know if I am allowed to or not. What are we doing? We're just gonna be listening to some music, and then we're gonna have my friends rate it, see if they like it or not. We're gonna see if I'm coping or not with my music tastes. Hey Soul, how's it going? I think Yasuko will like it though, if Yasuko's still here. Are we switching to Limbus? We're not switching to Limbus just yet. It's probably gonna be just chatting. And it might be considered Limbus. I don't know. We need to put Hikaru on VK Visual K. Ooh. I don't know. This is kind of adjacent to that. Not really. No. I would say Visual K is like more rock, right? It's like goth metal-ish. I just got plushies of Lu Guang, Chen Xiaoxi in the mail today. Today's a happy day. Oh, let's go. We love that. Let me see if people are ready. Yep. They're going to be hopping in a second. Let me prepare the songs. And actually, chat, you guys can respond too. Let's do a group vote. We'll see how my chat likes it, how I like it after playing the cantos, and then how my friends like it who have not played the cantos. Shiguang mentioned. We might just do let me see if they show how they want to do this. Should we do our favorite songs or my favorite songs? Or should we do all of them? Based? Oh yeah, we gotta catch up on Link Click too. We'll do community night this week on Thursday. We'll just watch Link Click after stream. I have a doctor's appointment on Thursday. I don't know if I can actually. So hard to farm puzzle pieces. How do you have every character? I've played this game for 2.5 years, and almost every single day too, by the way. So, it's not surprising that I have every single character. You get it pretty quickly if you do all the events. For example, if you go to the hot right here in special offers, you can get this for free once a day. If you don't have them already, I highly recommend getting this free daily promotion stuff. Or not this 10 one, but this 32 days one right here. It gives you 3 dice a day, whether you log on or not. And I highly recommend this. It's for 60 red wax seals, which is essentially $1. And it lasts for an entire month. Highly recommend it. And as you get it, you can roll the dice, and these are how you get mostly puzzle pieces, right? You get a ton this way. If you haven't already done them, make sure you're doing the events. You go here, and like every single one of these normally has a little bit of clues or puzzle pieces for you to do. Like, I don't know if this one has it, but if you do like the Sherlock Holmes event or the Koa event, I think you can still do the Koa event a little bit. You can always get a little bit of puzzle pieces from that. There's a lot of different ways to get it. Should I buy 1 month of dice? If you are going to buy something, I don't recommend. It's not gacha. It's guaranteed clues. So I don't ever encourage anyone to gamble if you don't want to gamble for gacha. But this is kind of like your surefire way to get clues faster for a very, very cheap price. That's a good deal. If you know me, I'm a bargain hunter. I hunt the bargains. What's your favorite skin? This one. It's the Wuchang Link Click skins, because I'm a big fan of Link Click. That's my recommendation. Hey Shiramuku! 1 year soon. Okay, let's go. We love that. When's the next GTI live? I don't want to miss it. We'll probably do it when there's an update. I don't play DTI on my own very often. Actually, it's pretty rare. But when they do updates, so I know they did one for Valentine's Day, one for Christmas, and one for Halloween, which we all did that. Well, actually, sometimes if there's like an update for Pressure or something, we do runs for that too. And I did beat it once, so I have the trophy, which is nice. Um, but usually those things last like 1 or 2 hours each, and it's not that long. Can you make me Lynn alive on YouTube? Yes. Sorry, it's kind of hard to do when I'm like managing 3 different channels at the same time, so I gotta like put you guys mod on all my different channels. This is one that I'm growing out for my main channel actually.
Nice. Okay, so there's.
Let me see if he's right. Are they gonna jump in anytime soon? I might put him together with Mao, but he's gonna have to mute the Discord scene. All right, so we'll prepare them together. If you guys want to react to the music as well, I think that would be good. Let me share the screen with Mili. Oh, we could do one song from Library of Runa that I actually just heard today. It was from Love Town. Hikaru got carried on Pressure. I did get carried, but you know what? It's okay. Flower Apple is cracked. AKA Festive Phoenix at Pressure. Who is Hikaru's Survivor main? It's Meteorologist. I kind of play everyone though. Like I would say I have different mains for different roles. If it's Rescuer, I like playing Merc. If it's Decoder, I like Composer a lot, even more than Prisoner. And if it's a support, I like Meteorologist. Support / Kiter. Welcome back, Shumuku. Yeah, those are my 3 mains, I would say. Is it Mili time? It's coming, it's coming. I'm waiting for them to show up, but they're not here yet. Hop in whenever. Welcome back, Unc. Did you remember to bring back your cane? I don't have a cane. You know who does have a cane now, though? Kuro does. Hey, Kisi. Let me see if I can bring up the screen here as well. Chrome window? Let me just make sure it's not. The Mili songs. And if you haven't heard my song cover yet, dude, yeah, make sure to check it out. Exclamation mark cover. Anju! Reacting Visual K. It's not Visual K, it's Mili. I actually don't think it's anything like Visual K. It's mostly like edgy music. It's edgy music about a game. We're kind of testing it now. We're testing out the formats and we're gathering reactions so I can put into a video later. Mili songs are so good. Yeah, you either love them or you don't get it. You love them or you don't love them. I was gonna suggest some bangers. I don't know if I listened to Visual K. Like, yeah. I gotta go. See you later, Tomato. Thanks for sticking around. Hop in the Discord call. And where's Meow? Is he live? Let's check to see if he is. Oh, he is. Let's hit the knock button. I think it worked. All right. What the? Oh, he was live there too. We're gonna suggest some bangers? No, actually, like, if we want to do Let's Share Our Music Day, I think that would be a good idea to like listen to each other's music to see how good our taste is, and then we compare it to how much our chat likes music. I think that would be a great idea for making something. But today's is a reaction for a specific game, so that's why it's going to be a little bit different. W idea. I think it's a good idea. Yeah, but this one's for my video. Unless you guys want to do it at the same time, I think it might be better to wait for Kuro. Have you listened to any of the originals? Original what? Hey Jelly, what's everyone's favorite Mili song? I have a feeling mine's gonna be Hero, but I don't understand Canto 7 fully yet. I'm at Canto 7, and I love it. I gotta say, Canto 6 is still my favorite, but Canto 7 is like coming up there. Or Canto 4 is probably one of my favorites. In terms of story, I love Canto 4. And then Canto 6, I like it a lot, but in a different way. It's a lot more intense. And then Canto 7, I'm not done yet, but it's up there. Hey num num num. Num 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 num. What's your favorite S tier skin? S tier skin. I gotta say, oh wait, no, I can't say Picture Woman. Picture Woman's A tier, although it should be S tier. Good question. I think the best one in general is Halberd of Silence. I don't own it, but I feel like it's the best, well-designed one that fits the character the best. Black Sparrow. What's that? Am I too late? Hikaru likes Limbus Company? I love Limbus Company.
Okay.
Mr. Meow. Is that you?
Hello, Hikaru. Yeah.
Hello, gamers. Are you ready?
Just about. I got your stream pulled up. So what is it that we're doing? What are we listening to?
We're listening to music by an artist named Mili, and I want to get your reactions to her songs and how you would rate them without playing Limbus Company. So, for context, the songs themselves are kind of edgy, but they can be relatable in certain ways. But the context in which you understand them is probably different from the ones that I understand them because I played the game. And I want to test to see if like someone's taste in music for this will be enjoyable whether or not they've played the game. And I think we pitched an idea later, like some other time where we compare it to like we get our chats together and then we see if our chat likes the music as well. That was an idea as well. And not for this, but like see if our taste in music is the same as our chat's taste in music or something like that. That's for a future
I like that
video.
idea.
Yeah. This one's for me in particular because I'm making a Limbus Company video about it.
Okay.
All right. So, we're gonna start with Canto 3 because 2 and 1 I don't believe have lyrics to it. Bro's walking miles. I am walking miles. I'm still like super skinny. What the heck? Oh right. You guys can hear me walking in the background. I forgot. Okay.
He's walking.
Can you guys hear my thing?
I don't know. Is anything playing?
No.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ready? I'm gonna play it. This one's called I think it's Between Two Worlds, and it's for. I'll explain the story later, but I just want to have you guys hear it and give me your impressions of it.
Okay.
Sounds good.
When's Limbus Company sponsoring? I wish, dude.
Andrew, I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where this goes. Or if it goes anywhere.
It's off-putting.
Yeah. Mostly because of the art, no?
Yeah.
It's pretty, yeah.
Pretty creepy. Hey, Karo, is this the cult you're starting and you want us to be indoctrinated into?
Oh my god, there are so many cults in this game. I wish I could just get you into one of those instead. It's too much work to start your own.
Ooh.
Reminds me of your music. Isn't it good?
Yeah, I'm no longer scared. I'm ready to fight something. I'm ready to take on God.
Yeah, it's a.
Cue up some Bayonetta.
So this is the image of the boss that
Okay,
it
I was
comes
about to
with.
say it. Yeah, I'm assuming it's a boss.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
These are all boss fight musics, but her form isn't
Okay.
actually like this. It's it looks like this in her final phase. Oh wait.
Nice.
Yeah.
I saw it for a second.
It's the story is based on the Divine Comedy. What are your impressions of the music though? I want to know. Like
Mm.
it's edgy
Okay, do
music.
you want me to like tell you like what I think about what the story could be based on what I heard, or
Uh, let me hear like your thoughts on the vibe first, or like if there's something you would listen to on the side, and then like what you think the story is about.
Okay. I have some notes about the first point, if Anju wants to handle the second. So
Sure,
the
go ahead.
first third, like if you told me that it was a worship song for a Christmas Carol, I would 100% just believe you. They nailed that vibe really well, like the holy aspect of it, right? And then the second third, I saw a lot of people in my chat saying that it gives them near automata vibe, and I couldn't agree more. I think that was like really near coded. And then the third last little bit of it was really, really cool. Like it reminded me of Bayonetta. Like again, I'm so ready to just go fight some like angelic creatures, essentially. The vibe is really good. I actually really like the switch up when a song like leads to a certain place and then you're like, okay, where's this gonna go? And then it just changes entirely to like a different song. Because I thought at some point you just like switched or were listening to like a playlist and it went to the next song. But the fact that it was so different within the first one is really cool to me. Because that's probably like the vibe of the boss fight itself. That's my guess. Is like it starts off like chill and then it very quickly ramps up in difficulty and intensity, just like the song.
Okay. What about you,
Yep.
Anju?
I'm assuming it's one of those bosses that has more than one face, right?
Yeah.
Based on how the music works. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think that the image that you showed us of the boss, I think it fits what I had in my mind based on the lyrics and the way that the story was being told about leading a painless future or something like that, or staying naive and pure. But then that this character apparently had an idea, I guess, an idea or an ideal that they started to believe in, something that maybe that they started to question, I guess, which is why they were between quotations corrupted, right?
Yeah.
And I believe that as the music progresses, you start seeing this person or this character decay in a sense, or like become this creature that you fight in order to stand up for this new idea that they believe in, which I think is really cool. It really fits the boss fight. It really
Mm-hmm.
fits the character. I think it was really cool. I really like this types of songs for boss fights. I think it makes it really intense and memorable.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it. Actually, you're not that far off from the perspective of what it's told from. Have either of you read The Divine Comedy?
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay, it's kind of long, so I won't. I'll spare you the details. But as a quick synopsis of how this canto goes, and just to like tell you if you guys were like right or wrong on it, this is about. Well, actually, we might say this for another time because the explanation is kind of long-winded. But during the story, from my understanding at least, because I played it all the way through, but there's a lot of room for interpretation about what happens in the game. And what
Mm.
happens is the main boss fight happens. This is the main boss, and her name is Cromer, who works for a big corporation called Nagel and Hammer, which is like N Corp or something. And their special technology is brainwashing. So she's pretty much like one of the leaders of the cult. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and her thing is that they hate technology. Like they think that like humans in their most pure form are like the best. Like humanity is like the greatest. So that any prosthetic, any machinations are kind of their enemy. Um, and the main character of this canto is a kid whose parents works for a prosthetic company. And so she kind of like gaslight gatekeep girl bosses him into manipulating him into like taking her into his family. And then she leads the cult to kill everybody pretty much. And as a result of that, she she finds this thing called the golden bow, which is kind of related to the game overall. And golden bows are like just fonts of power, pretty much. They just like allow you to manifest a lot of crazy different things into reality. It's like this huge ball of power, kind of. And she uses it to evolve into this freaky thing here. Because her thing is like it's all made of flesh. She thinks that like
Mm-hmm.
flesh is the greatest thing ever on people, and that's why she evolves into this monstrous creature. But hers is definitely one of the most edgiest things I've ever come across.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice,
It's got a
like
very
yeah.
Darkest Dungeon boss design.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. That was the it starts from Canto 3 and goes onwards to 7. So there's one more from one that's not Limits Company coded that I do want to get your impression of. But let's move on to the next one. This one's probably going to be a
Mm-hmm.
little bit slower. This is one of my favorites too.
We're in for some interesting rides here, Mal. I think we're gonna get hit.
It's
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's because it's sad. I like sad things.
Okay. Yeah, I remember.
We're on
you
the
told me
roller coaster
this.
together. Anju, hold my hand.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. Let's do that.
with me. All I need is a nudge to get me started. Fly broken wings to somewhere we can be free. Closer to our ideal.
Yeah, Mili made all the songs for Limbus.
Once dreamt of soul, I watched as you rotted away. The mirror says that I still
I
remember.
think Sinclair was your favorite singer? Oh, I'm so sorry.
This is the indoctrination song for children. We already heard the adult one. This is the children one now.
Isn't that enough? Isn't that enough? A genius perfect job. Isn't that enough? Isn't that enough? Again and again, you lock me down. I lock me down. You stake me to the ground. The song gave me warmth.
Did somebody just die?
Oh, I think so, Anju. Oh, that scared me.
That's all.
Nah, the sudden drums in one ear hell out of me.
It's actually not spooky. This one is more sad than anything else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, in that little pause in the middle of the song, they need to add a gunshot sound effect. And it would be so funny.
Oh my god.
It would be. Oh my
Because
god.
Anju was right. I think that's where the direction of the song was going.
Yeah, that's
It's like a death and rebirth.
yeah. Let me know what you think about the song first before I like tell you the
Mhm.
story of it.
That one was like definitely very emotional, whereas the first one was more like intense, right? This one is purely like emotional and trying to like tug at your heartstrings and be related some way. And I think you actually prefaced the songs with that before we started listening. Is like people can relate to these songs somehow. So I think that was the direction they were going for.
Yeah, I think it's either the death of a person or the death of a dream at some point because it speaks
Mhm.
about chasing something that is out of reach.
That
Yeah,
death
like-
could also be like realization. Like if something is unobtainable, like it could also be symbolic for giving up. Like death
Yeah.
could be giving up here.
Yep.
actually,
It was
yeah.
really sad.
It is more about the death of like an idea rather than a person. So
hmm
the story is about this is based on like a Korean, not like a novel or series, but I think it's about a stage play. And it's I watched a video on this before because a lot of the things are kind of nuanced, especially for things that aren't Western. Like there are other books in the West that we read, but that aren't necessarily like, portrayed here. And I think this one is based on like the poverty situation in like old in old South Korea, of like rural South Korea. And
Uh-huh.
what happens is there's a group of scientists who all come up with like different inventions and stuff. They like come together as a League of Nine, and they all come and make inventions that like for the pure like intention to make inventions, like inventing for the sake of inventing. And what happens is this is the main villain. His name is Dongrong, and he makes like his dream was to create like an infinite supply of food sources for people that's also harmless to animals. It's kind of ties in with like animal cruelty a little bit because the invention that goes on with the company that he works with is a healing serum. And what he does is he takes the serum and injects it into animals. And it makes them grow like extra limbs, which he can cut off. And then like you can have infinite chicken wings pretty much. Like it's a serum to make things pretty much painless for animals, a painless infinite food source that's also meat. Um, but what happens is that to get to that point, he has to like betray a lot of people and their ideologies for what the league ought to be. And so he sells his technology to a company, but the company takes the technology and turns it into something else. Like kind of like a permanent torture device for animals and like this thing called the tearful thing. And without getting too much into it in case you do want to play it later, it comes down to someone from his old group kind of confronting him to try and fix all the wrongs that he's kind of committed. And the group there's this thing called distortions that people fall into, and they're kind of like your like if your mind just breaks, kind of like that.
Okay. The like, have you played Persona? You know when you
Yeah, it's like Persona.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of them take on like characteristics of things that are relevant to their past and history. So for him, it was like a bull that he used to take care of, that he used to feed and like take care of as a child, or like back in the day. And then where he finally snapped was like he comes back 10 years later after taking care of this bull this whole time, and the bull doesn't remember him. So he ends up slaughtering it and taking on this form.
Sad.
Yeah. Because he realizes like, wait, maybe these animals are kind of stupid. they aren't worth anything, and then he just uses everything as like a stepping stone to get to the next point. It's a lot deeper than that, but it's like there's a pretty sad element to it where like he realizes that maybe my dreams are all like crap. They're not worth anything. And that's where he starts distorting, like when he kind of gives up. And then he like falls into this state. This fight is super fun. But it was pretty early on in the series. This was one of the very first ones that had like a really good form of storytelling. Kanto 4 was one of my favorites. Okay, let's move on to the next one. It's going to be this one. Wait,
Can you give me like 2 minutes before we start the next one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, is this song teased for Kanto 8? No way. I don't want to listen to it until I get to it, though.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And I know Mao...
That's cool, though.
Yeah, I know you watched the synopsis for Library, and what was it? Lobotomy Corp as well. So you understand the story. But these are kind of like their entirely own separate stories on their own, based off of popular literature. And I think that like I have a lot more respect for books, like critically acclaimed literature around the world, more so now than I do back in the day. Because when I was assigned to read books back in high school, I was like, this is stupid. I don't care for this. I'm just gonna like Spark Notes it, you know? But nowadays, like when I go back to hear it and watch and like see them portrayed in this way, it's kind of the book's fault for being just words on the page, not having voice acting, music, or any of this like cool stuff going on top of it. But like the lessons that, or not lessons, but like the what's it called, the themes and stuff that are portrayed here are so much more entertaining when they're portrayed in this way.
I agree 100%. As someone who's not an avid reader myself, I really like visual novels a lot more because like the voice acting, the immersion, you can like visualize it. I think it helps having like a scene set out for you. That way you can digest it better than words on a page.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. The
All
next
right, I'm
one.
back.
Welcome back.
I go.
So then this next one's called Compass, and it's based off of Moby Dick.
Mhm.
I actually don't really like this one as much, but hold on, let's see what you guys think. I don't hate Compass. It's just not my favorite. The other ones are just so much better. Welcome in, Aki. Hi, Vincent. Hey, Gordy.
I wanted black and white, clear cut. Your evil's predefined. Your evil's predefined.
The fault lies on you, Ishmael. Oh god, I hate that line.
I'm gonna be honest. Out of the three you've shown me today,
That's my
this is the one that I
favorite.
like the most. Yes.
Yeah.
You like this one the most?
100%.
Really?
Yes.
As a song,
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, as a song, yes.
What did you like
like
about
that
it?
would be the one that I'd listen on the side. Like I would
Yeah.
listen to that while gaming.
Yep.
What did you like about it, though? Like, maybe it's
Okay,
just because
feel
I
like
know
something
this.
we haven't mentioned
Mhm.
so far, I guess, is she has a very unique voice. I really like her
Yeah.
voice.
Mm-hmm.
She has an amazing voice, and I feel like for this song in particular, yeah, it was more, what is it, structured like a song that you would listen to on the daily, in the sense that it had a very nice intro with a guitar in the background, which I really liked, by the way. And then they took it off towards the middle, so they would add to the build-up.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, just the way that she sings and the lyrics, they were really nice. It just all worked together. Yeah, I really like the song. This is my favorite one.
Yeah. It was really like cohesive. So I like the forced dissonance in the part of the song, and the duality of the dissonance with her soft voice actually just hit immediately. I knew I would like the song as soon as she started singing with what they were doing with the background.
Mm. Okay.
It's really nice. You know what it reminds me of, Hikaru? It reminds me of the Perfumer song from IDV. The one
Oh,
that has like the
right.
music video.
I
It's
remember that
very
one.
similar to that in tone and in nature
I just
and
re-
in structure.
I don't know about anyone else who's actually played the game, but like this was maybe one of my I mean like it was intense as hell and it was super fun to watch, but it wasn't I feel like the emotional value of it wasn't exactly there for me because of how
Right.
like crazy it was. Cuz you know Moby Dick is all about Captain Ahab's obsession with killing Moby Dick this whole time, and
Mhm.
Ishmael is the character who's like kind of a character on the boat in the story, I'm pretty sure. And like the entire time during this fight, she's just like gaslighting her, like, oh my god, this kid, he wanted to join the boat and to try and make some money to kill the whale. Why didn't you stop him? That means it's your fault he's dead. And it was just like her continuously gaslighting this girl for 4 or 5 different phases. And I don't know, I was just like, her obsession just ran so deep that she can justify literally anything by pinning the blame on someone else. And watching it happen live was just like, it was emotional in a way that I didn't like. Maybe it was that. So,
well, I will say itself does not portray that very well. So
Yeah.
that makes sense coming from a perspective of playing it and listening to it at the same time. Whereas me and Anju don't know anything about the game.
right.
We just listened.
So this one
As a
actually,
standalone song.
this one might actually have, I would have liked it better if I didn't know what
Yes.
was happening. So that's
Yes,
actually
it-
curious.
Yeah, it does its job the worst.
Yeah.
But as a standalone song, it's like really nice to listen to. So that's really interesting.
Yeah.
That's why it's cool to get our perspective of it, because I don't know anything about the fight.
Right. And actually, these next two, I think you listened to this one already. You probably haven't listened to the new one, but I think Mao might have listened to this one. These next two are probably my favorites. So let's get this one going. This one's called Patches of Violet.
How much I wish for another better,
Don't tell him this one's my favorite.
brighter future. Here I am at the gate I stand. Dear old times, I've made up my mind. How much you must have suffered, Lord. Girl, one day, forward, sincere manners. We are at the fated land where you want me there. Round and round we go, holding on to pain, driven by our egos, feelings untold, spinning our own visions of the past that you could never know. 'Cause I know I must be the reason why you have given up your smiles, and the hope inside your eyes have been stolen. I must be the reason why you must tell me all these lies, wishing you a better life without me by your side. The message has already been said through patches of violet.
It's a duet with herself.
How much we must have diverged. Hello, good night, goodbye. I'm here, goodbye. Waiting, here we are. It's a final chance. With your hand, do what must be done.
I don't even know what instrument that is in the background.
Round and round we go, holding on to pain, driven by
The violin is absolutely crazy here.
feelings untold, spinning our own visions of the past that you could never know. How would I know I could be the reason why you were able to be kind, and the hearts we held so tight won't stay broken. Love must be the reason
what'd you think of that one?
Whew. It's two characters, I assume, the story, right? It involves two people.
Yeah, it's about
Okay.
two people. It's a duet song actually,
Uh,
but she actually
I
just
mean,
sings both
I don't know
parts.
if I'm right about it based on the song, but it sounds like they're in a complicated relationship of sorts. Uh, Especially the part where it says that they're spinning their own versions of the past. It just makes it seem like each own have their perspective on what might have went wrong or what should be done about something,
Hmm.
and they can't seem to come to an agreement on it. I guess something along those lines.
It's something like that.
And their existence is the reason why they each suffer, or something.
Yeah. Any thoughts, Mo?
I mean, the song is pretty gas. I really like the instrumental and I really like the vocals, but something about the mixing of both of them I didn't really like as much. But like
Really?
separate, they're both fantastic. Yeah. I'm getting a few chats saying that
Yeah,
the
thank you for the sub, Coom.
instrumental drowns out the voices a little too much, especially during times where the voices need to be the focal point. And it gives off like when the action in the movie is too loud and the dialogue is like too quiet. So I think
Mm.
if they like just change the volumes a little bit, it would be like a little bit easier to listen to. But I really liked both parts separately. I think the instrumental is probably my favorite one. I would listen to the instrumental also while gaming, especially doing like fighting game stuff like lab. It's really good labbing music.
Ooh.
True.
Yeah. So the
Uh,
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, I was just gonna say that it's just Millie doing the vocals, right?
Yeah, it's she's singing both parts.
That's insane.
Okay, they did a really amazing job at portraying two different characters in the same song.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
100%. I like that aspect of the vocals a lot. I
Yeah.
think the tug, like it feels like a little bit of tug of war, a little push and pull of the vocals saying specific things at like those different times. Like, oh,
Yes.
powerful voice says this thing, and then softer voice says like an underlying, like more context to that original point. And it's really cool that they go along together.
Hmm. Yeah. So this song is actually, I think Anju got really close to what it was really about. Once again, it's a kind of a, if you've ever read Wuthering Heights, it's a story about that, and it's about like two people who can't be together based on their status. So it's like your typical rich family adopts a kid and he falls in love with like the main daughter of the family, and they really like each other. This kid is just like brutally abused every single day of his life until he like literally gets kicked out of the house. But he actually chooses to leave because he never hears, like, he has a misunderstanding about the feelings of the person he likes. And the mix up in this game is that there's something called like the mirror. um it's actually it's a device that lets you see alternate realities in every single alternate reality, right? And so the song, there's a lot of parts in it where the main thing that they say is like, you'd be happier without me by your side. And that was kind of their cue, like, for me to be happy, I need to be, for you to be happy, I need to be gone. So what they do is they try to kill themselves in every single version of reality. And because they're not able to be together, like, it's not that like they can't be together, period, but they just know that like you couldn't be happy without me, so I'm going to take the self-sacrifice. But the irony is that both of them kind of do it to themselves. Like, the two people are Heathcliff and Catherine, and like Heathcliff is trying to kill all the other Heathcliffs, while Catherine is also trying to kill all the other Catherines at the same time. And it just becomes like, oh, it's so tragic. Like, a big misunderstanding can kind of lead to these crazy outcomes. And like, although self-sacrifice seems like the way to go, it might not actually work out the way that you think. It could actually just become like this huge bad thing.
I like that storytelling. That's a good narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last one is Hero. This one's the latest one. I'm not gonna play you guys the music videos for it so that it's not like too spoiled for you guys in case you want to hear like the
Sure.
deeper intricacies of the story. But this is kind of becoming closely one of my favorites.
Okay. I'm just gonna say 7.4 million views in 4 months is kind of crazy, no?
It's so good.
Like this is so popular too.
Kumarins, thank you so much for the subs, yo. Yeah, she is. Oh, a lot of people like Limbus Cookie. I kind of want to do covers of these songs too, if I could, but
Mhm. I think you could.
I don't got the range. She's kind of crazy.
The okay, but the second one we listened to, the child story looking one, you can
Mm.
definitely do. Actually, that was like one of the first thoughts I had listening to the first couple lines was Hikaru could cover this. That one
Maybe.
is definitely up your alley.
I definitely want to try. Actually, like I just like the story so much.
Hmm.
Oh my God, Coomers, thank you for the subs. We love Hero. Thank you so much, Coomers. That's huge. 10 gifted subs. I really appreciate it. Oh, Ro, thank you for the hand hearts as well. Thanks for a good time. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Thank you so much. The more I listen to
Ooh.
it, the more I like it, actually.
Okay. If this story is how I think it is, then I would really like this. It's a boss fight, right?
Yeah, do you know what story it's based off of? You might be able to guess.
No.
Just based on the story.
No.
It's based on Don Quixote.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, then I don't know. Maybe my interpretation was wrong. Really? Don Quixote?
Yeah. Did the song not give off those kind of vibes though? Well, do you know what the Don Quixote story is like mostly about though?
Sort of, yeah.
Does Mao know?
Mm-mm.
I mean,
So,
like, yeah.
it's kind of like what I thought it would be, but at the same time, no. If it's like exactly like Don Quixote, then no.
It's
Like,
not exactly like
you have an idea of what a hero is supposed to be, right?
Right.
And then this either person that you're following or this idea, you see that it doesn't really work in reality, in a sense. Like it just falls apart. So you take it into your own hands to deliver this thought that you had in your head of what it should be. That's what I thought the song was about. But if you're saying it's Don Quixote, then that's a little different.
It kind of draws parallels to the story in that the way that you said, right? Because the point of Don Quixote was that like he's this guy who's like adventuring across the world and he thinks he's enacting acts of justice, right? And
Yes.
what he ends up doing is like there's a windmill and he thinks it's a dragon and then he breaks the windmill thinking like, oh, I saved the villagers, but he's actually hurting everyone in response, right? Like his delusions are kind of like being cast on everybody else, but he's actually just hurting everyone. So this story is kind of told from that perspective. And in a way, this is a character like I really don't want to spoil like the big reveal that kind of comes on later, but the song reflects that pretty well, I think. That like she what you said is true, but I think it is an accurate reflection of the story as a whole. It has to do with like vampires and demons and stuff too, but like it just makes the story more flair, you know? It makes it more interesting.
Okay.
So out of these songs, which one do you think was your favorite? Like just rate them in order for me.
Moby.
You like Moby
Yes,
Dick
I
the
think
most? Compass?
Song wise, I like the third one.
Yeah.
Story wise, I like this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write that down for the video.
Yeah, Moby was my favorite, and then the one we listened to before this was probably my second favorite, even though I had like complaints about the mixing.
Hmm.
And then this one, and then the first and second would be tied for like the fourth and fifth spots on the list, respectively. I like them both, and I think they're a good introductory. The first
Oh
one
my
we
God,
listened to,
thank
the
you for
one that
another fucking
started off
tip.
with like the worship Christmas caroling
Thank you
vibe.
so
I
much.
like the second half of that song a lot more. So maybe I'll probably put that at the lowest spot, even though it was still really good.
Okay. There's one more
Okay.
thing I want you guys to listen to. It's not
Yes.
in
Okay.
Limbus Company. It's from Library of Runa. But this one is like really entirely up to your interpretation because it's
Ooh.
probably not what you think.
Oh,
Okay.
Yes, I have been so afraid. Yes, I have been so distant, consistent.
No one tell them what's it about.
It's hard to put that in an amicable sentence. I'm sorry.
This reminds me of Portal.
Actually, not really. There's just so much work, too much work to be done. Committing to commitments, hiding my indulgence, the freedom we sacrifice for love.
Portal.
You also made me on the first time that you gave me loyalty, patience, and persistently listen. It's hard to describe what I'm feeling at the moment. Are you, I mean, in love with me? It's just so much fun, too much fun. Oh, come on. How could you say no to the fast and furious one? But I mean, the excitement we may stay for long. I enjoyed it all. Still, I have my doubts. You're a nice girl. I'm just not ready now. But then mommy said it ain't family biz. Get over it. Healthen up, just like the man we expected. So when are you gonna take the chance? Let us be one. We are one. All for one. All for everyone. We stay together. Then this forever. Inside the trend, we walk down the aisle. Furthermore, our love opened the door to a vehicle I'd rather not enter. Seconds later, in your future, I know that I am
The ascending and descending back to back is really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my main takeaway is I love how the song is about love, yet the vocals give off a distant vibe. Like, coming from someone devoid of love or incapable of feeling it, the vocals also reminded me a lot of Gladys and how she sings in Portal 1 and Portal 2. It's almost like robotic, you know? And I think that's a really distinct and intentional choice they went with the delivery of the lines.
Hmm.
That's all my interpretation.
What do you think, Anju?
I feel like it's something fucked up. It has to be something fucked up.
How did you know?
It just I know these types of songs are not what they're what they show to be.
Oh, like
Hmm.
Bullet from Hollywood Undead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like uh, why do I get the feeling like two people were like combined or like merged into one, or like some sort of fucking fucked up experiment happened.
They,
Full Metal
Like,
Alchemist.
they kind of were.
Like they're-
This is what who
That's
sings the
right.
song.
Anju's right.
I hate
How did
myself.
you know? So this
Full
is a
Metal
story.
Alchemist.
Like there's
Wait, before you spoil,
yeah.
were they kids in a lab or something like that?
No, kind of. I wouldn't call it a
Okay.
lab. So
Go ahead then.
okay, so the in this world there are things called singularities, which are like technologies beyond human comprehension, and they're all owned by these major companies. And the company that owns this singularity is called the Warp Train. It's a train that can take you anywhere in the world in 10 seconds. But the catch is, when you go into the train, you're actually stuck infinitely into like it compresses like a million years in its own dimension into 10 seconds. So you're actually on this train for like 100,000 years or something. But you actually, when you come off the train, it's 10 seconds after your own time. Like it'll take you where you need to go in 10 seconds, but it's like 100,000 years later. So W Corp's train, it takes you to this place, and they partnered up with the actual singularity, which is like a small box that resets your like entire existence back to a frame in time, right? So what happens is these people get onto the train, and they're two separate people. They're like two lovers, and they're just getting from one destination to the other. But as you find out, on this train, you can't die, you can't feel hunger, you can't feel thirst, and they don't know that they're going to be stuck here for 100,000 years. So everybody on the train starts going crazy, and they start like killing each other, like doing absolutely insane things to each other just to feel like they're not going insane. Like this is after you put into an insane asylum for this long. You don't age, you don't thirst, you don't die. And so after their train was getting raided, they just they want to like be together forever because they're in this like lovey-dovey state still. And they make a deal with a doctor who wants to perform a surgery on them. Like, I can help you stay together, but also protect us from the people over there. And when they agree to it, they sew them together like this. So they're both still alive in this thing, and they're both keeping their conscious. And everybody else is like these blobs of flesh, but they're all still conscious, and they're all still like walking around. And it's not just them, it's like multiple people in the group, like a mother and daughter who didn't want to be separated, or like a bunch of people were just kind of fused into one thing to kind of do these like wicked experiments. It's not them who did it though. I believe the actual person, they reveal it pretty easy. It's called the Puppeteer.
Because the lyrics hint towards it in a
Yeah.
at a point. Something about a doctor and selling a fake idea of union. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's this guy. He's got a dice for a head. I just
Would you ever trust this person? It would be like, oh yeah, this guy seems.
Well, he
trustworthy.
doesn't look like that. He's wearing a skin that looks like somebody else.
Oh okay.
He looks like a normal person.
I don't know, bro. If Dice Head flashes a PhD at me, I'm believing him.
Yeah.
He can operate on me however he wants. That's fine.
It's not. He like stitches people together to make them into like these monstrosities, and
Mm.
yeah, it's a story and a half without getting too much into it. But yeah, the song is the theme of Love Town, and it's about like it's quite literally a song about what's going on and how they regret like undergoing the operation. But yeah, it's a story.
It's really well
You know-
told, actually. That one's
Mhm.
probably my favorite song to story translation out of all of them.
It gave me flashbacks to Made in Abyss of Bondrewd and his
I
experiments
love
on
Made in
kids.
Abyss.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good.
How he's
show.
like, "You're my perfect daughter" or something, my perfect offspring because you survived the experiments. That's how he loves him, I guess. That's the vibe I got.
I still have to watch season 2 of that.
I do too. I only saw season 1.
Kara, you're messed up. Oh no, I'm not. Anyways, that's probably going to do it for me there. But I hope you enjoyed it. Like, did you guys
Mhm.
like doing
Yeah,
this kind of
that was-
stuff?
Oh, absolutely.
That was something.
That's
I
not a
enjoyed it.
no. I'll take it. Anyways, thank you guys. I'm probably gonna end stream soon because I've been going
Yeah.
for a little bit.
Yeah, rest up.
Yep, yep,
Anju's
yep.
like, this Hikaru guy scars me every time I join a stream. First it was Drama Box, now it's these songs, bro. I can't catch a break.
You didn't like Drama
I'm leaving here
Box?
emotionally beat up.
I love Drama Box. I still got
I'm just getting stressed out.
somehow Kuro's managed to dodge me twice now. How did that happen?
That goofy
True.
guy. Seriously.
True.
No, he's doing oh, I probably can't say. Never mind.
Okay,
He's
yeah,
busy.
don't- Phew.
He's busy working on projects.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, my chat says Hikaru's afternoon radio was a cool time. It's like book club with songs.
Mhm. Yeah, the purpose of it wasn't like I'm sharing this music I like, because I do like the music. I love other kinds of music too, but it was for because like Mili's a pretty popular artist amongst the
Mhm.
Limbus Company crowd. Well, I mean like she sings the song from literally, and the translation is actually like perfect from story to song. But
Yeah. And there's so many talking points other than just like listen to song, how was song? Because
Right.
there's like the
Yep,
story
yep, yep.
behind it, and there's like the delivery, and there's like the storytelling behind the song itself.
mhm.
It's cool.
So I'm probably gonna use that for a video. Thanks you guys
Mhm.
for joining me, and here, let me show you
Of
both of you
course.
guys now.
Mhm.
Are you gonna keep streaming now?
I am, yeah.
Here's that, and then we're gonna just raid into tempo meow.
Hooray!
All right,
Goodbye, chats.
bye gamers. I'll probably
Goodbye.
hang around until I'm doing another evening stream at 8 o'clock, so I'm
Mhm.
just gonna like get some video stuff ready. But yeah, have fun.
Yeah, sounds good. Make sure you drink. Make sure you get some food. Don't be
Mm,
working all day.
I can't. I'm stressed and I need to work.
Hey. Mama
Alright,
Mal's
bonk
gonna
him.
beat you up.
Yeah,
I'll see you
bonk
guys
him.
later.
Yep. Bye
Alright.
bye.
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 Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me, by the way. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I want to share more Limbus Company stuff with you later. So say hi to Mal for me. I love you all. Mwah! Big kiss from me. More Limbus Company to come on Friday, but this evening we'll be doing the evening session, maybe with Zeus and C's, maybe? I don't know. Anyways, enjoy you guys. Good night.